Okay, we're back at Ross just to see what they got. And you know what? I'm having to do the voiceover because of the music and the alarms blaring. There we have the McFarlane Riddler down there. Got a bunch of these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures all over the place. Look at that wrestling ring, but 17 bucks. Are they nuts? I don't know what Ross is thinking. Anyways, there's Mario Brothers stuff. Got some Bratz stuff up there. Now they're just mixing the shelves. They used to be separate here for like what they would consider boys or girls toys, but now everything's just combined. I haven't seen those bendy figures here before, but they look pretty interesting. Not for me, but interesting. Anyways, here's a different bendy figure. That one's the most interesting one, I think. Maybe I'll pick one up if they're still here the next time I come. But anyways, lots of those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles action figures. Here is just a bunch of stuff on the shelf. And you know I'm looking for those McFarlane, Batman, the house, the mansion, and the Bat Cave and stuff like that. I've seen those. I'd like to find a Bat Cycle, but I didn't find one. Anyways, check out these big, gigantic Nightwings pops. Those are pretty cool. They have a whole bunch of stuff on the shelves, but I just did not find what I was looking for. Yeah, look at that. You got Green Lantern in there. That is kind of cool. Look at that. Robin, that's the Jada Toys Robin vehicle. So you had that. I've seen that. Nobody's wanting that one. That one's just been hanging out. It's been sitting here. Got Mario Brothers in there. Got those surprise LOLs and stuff like that. There's a whole lot of stuff packed the shelves again, but nobody seems to be picking anything up. I think everything's a little bit overpriced now for Ross, and it's unfortunate. But check that out. There is that remote control Spider-Man vehicle. That looks pretty cool. Here's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Another one. That is kind of neat. Let's see if we can find that glow-in-the-dark shredder. Anyways, got some more pegs over here and AEW wrestling figures. Those are still $3.99. I found a few more, and I set them up on the shelf over here, so let's just go take a look. That is pretty cool. They had 4 different figures in the store. A couple of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that I just stuck up there. That is pretty neat, but I think the best thing that I found so far is this one Superpowers vehicle, the Bug. That looks pretty neat, and I'm thinking about maybe grabbing that. Check out this RC car. That is about the same size that I made my custom one. That is pretty cool. That's about how it sizes with an action figure if you want to like grab one and do your own custom. Anyways, I found the little Stinger, the Jada Stinger. I also found this little Jada She-Hulk vehicle. That looks pretty cool. I was going to pick that up for $5, but the box was really dinged in, so I did not grab that. And then look at that glow-in-the-dark shredder. That is pretty cool. $10 if you're looking for him. He's at Ross hanging out. I also found this little pack of cars. That looks pretty neat. 6 cars for like $6. That's not a bad deal. Anyways, I didn't find much else here, but I think I'm going to go see how long the line is, and if it's short, I'm going to pick this up. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Have a fantastic day.